It's Thursday, April 11th, 2019, my first full day in Chattanooga. And so I went down to breakfast. Unfortunately, they don't let you take it with you. But I got some eggs and bacon and a biscuit. And that's kind of the intimidating thing about a buffet for a visually impaired person, because like it's so obvious to the waiter that the plates are right up by the buffet, but I didn't see plates, so I just grabbed a bowl and I got my food in a bowl. And then I went back up a little later and got some cantaloupe and honeydew and a banana. And I had about a cup and a few sips of another cup of coffee. I keep forgetting to show y'all this new monocular that I got for myself. I got it on Amazon, I'll link it below. And it comes in this velvet pouch with, let's see what's in here. I haven't even tried to use this thing. I think it's like a wrist or yeah, I guess it's short enough to be like a wrist case or something. I don't even know what you'd call it. But anyway, it's something to hang the monocular on. And it's a much bigger monocular than I've ever had before. And it actually has these two little caps at the ends that you can use to protect both of the lenses, and it's really nice. Like I said, it's hefty, so I probably would not put this on it. I usually just keep everything in this velvet bag, including the monocular, and then I pull it out when I need it. I did have to use it yesterday, because when I got to the airport, I walked past the desk that I knew was American Airlines, and I went further back to where Delta was, and didn't see anybody at the Delta terminal by the desks. So I ended up walking to the first person that I found behind the desk, and she was like, "Oh, well, you have to go, you know, look at the boards that are that have the flight information on them." And where am I? Here I am. So yeah, she said you have to go look at the boards that have the flight information on them. And I was like, well, I can't see very well, you know, can you tell me where that is? You know, can you help me find, can you look it up or something? Help me find my flight and help me find my gate. And she was telling me, she's like, you know, oh, I'm with United, I can't help you. And I'm like, yeah, but I can't see. So anyway, like I said, she wasn't willing to help me, and I didn't have any time to get mad at her. So so I ended up just, you know, in the distance I thought I saw this big rectangular thing that looked like, you know, it could be a board. So I went over there and I saw, you know, all the flight information was up above, and of course I can't see it, so I pulled out my monocular and looked and found my found the name of the plane or whatever, you know, like the DL and then the numbers after it or whatever. And then I was just so happened to be walking away, and there was this guy that walked up, and he was like, "Oh, did you find what you needed?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I just need to know where my gate is now. I'm looking for D6. So he was like, "Oh, that's the next gate to your right." So then I was able to find it. This was when I was leaving from home to go to Atlanta, and they were already starting to board the plane, so yeah. So yeah, my monocular came in handy then. It's 10:33 and I'm headed to Whole Foods. It's 11:14. Let's see if the maid showed up. I don't know if they get here this early or not. No. But anyway, I just got back from Whole Foods, and I didn't want to get too much. Like, I didn't want to get too much, but I didn't want to get too little either. I wanted to get some applesauce, but I also didn't want to be walking up and down every aisle and taking time to do that. So let's see, I got a bunch of stuff. When I first walked in, they had a really big section of like fruits and you know, like packaged fruits and stuff like that. Let's see. Okay. One thing I noticed that I haven't seen at home, and I'm sure I'm not going to drink this whole thing at once, I'll probably just take little sips of it because I know this damn thing is expensive. And so I got this wheatgrass shot. And I got, what else? Pomegranate seeds and blueberries. And I'm trying to think, I thought they had something there that I'm not used to seeing. I know they didn't have like the mix of like the strawberries, blueberries, kiwi, stuff like that. And what's this? Oh yeah, I don't see this at home. They actually had the jeweled dates. So I got those two. Then I got a bunch of bananas, green bananas, because that's what I prefer to get, so they'll last me a little longer. I got some pumpkin seeds, because I think I remember that's good for immunity. Let's see, where's the milk? Here it is. I don't know why, for some reason when I go on vacation I crave almond milk. Am I holding that the right way? Yeah. So I got a thing of almond milk. And obviously I got these 4 reusable cups, and then if I wanted to, I got these coffee cups too. So that'll last me. And I really didn't want to buy anything that I was going to need to use utensils for, because then I'd have to worry about buying utensils and plates and stuff like that. So I went to the chef's case section, and at first I thought this lady was going to help me. I asked her if they had any grilled salmon, and she said they did. Oh, thank gosh. I think they gave me, well, it's not a big piece, but it's a long piece. And so she started off helping me, and then this guy comes up, and she told him I was going to get some salmon. And he's like, well, what 2 sides do you want with it? Because I had already told her I wanted the 2 sides. And I said, well, I want vegetables. What vegetables do y'all have today? And he's like, so the vegetables are going to be anything without meat in it. I said, yeah, I know that. But, you know, I'm visually impaired. I can't see what y'all have. So if you could tell me, that would be a huge help. So, and he still wasn't very responsive with telling me what they had. Like, I had to drag it out of him. I'm like, do y'all have beets? He's like, no, we haven't had any beets in a while. I'm like, well, do you have, what else did I ask him? Oh, I asked him, do you have any butternut squash? He's like, no, we haven't had that in a while either. So, what did I get? Oh, I got, some kale and some sweet potatoes, so that's awesome. Yeah, I might take a couple days to eat actually I might take a couple days to eat all of these, because I can eat them today and tomorrow and they'll still be good. And then so I was going back to the checkout section, and as I was walking to the checkout I was looking to see if they had like the section with like the rotisserie chicken and stuff, and like the, what's the thing I like to get, like the orange chicken or the orange shrimp, because it's got the brown rice with it. I mean, that would have been the only thing I probably would have gotten utensils for, unless I'd gotten yogurt or applesauce or something. So I was looking, I didn't see it, and then I got to the checkout, and it just so happened there was a lady in front of me that had rotisserie chicken, and I was about to be in that aisle, and then there was somebody else at another checkout that was like, ma'am, I can take you over here. So I went to that lady, and I was about to ask her if, you know, she could go grab something for me if they had like the orange chicken or whatever. But she was like, she was even way too busy to like tell me how her day was going. So, yeah, so I stood outside waiting for a lift. And then there ended up being a lady that walked up to me. She must have seen me using my phone. And so she walked up to me. She was like, do you need some help? I'm like, no, I'm just waiting for a lift. You know, it had like 2 minutes, I guess, till the car was going to be there. And so she's like, oh, I teach blind and visually impaired students, and I'm here for to get stuff from my cooking without looking class. I'm like, oh, that's nice. But yeah, so she was nice. I get a little like nervous whenever whenever people tell me stuff like that, because you know, some of these people, they react like really like, they just seem like kind of overprotective, like my mom was. But she, you know, she was nice. She actually gave me my space. So yeah, so caught lift and came back here, and it's a little after 11 o'clock, so I'm just gonna chill for a while. It is, I think, a little after 3:30, 3:45, something like that. And I'm getting ready here. Let me see if you can see me in the mirror. Can't tell. There we go. So yeah, so I'm getting ready. And, you know, it's difficult. Even when I'm, like, standing right in front of the mirror, it's difficult for me to put eyeshadow on. Because I'm, like, standing here and I, you know, put it on with my finger and I'm, like, trying to squint my eyes to be able to see it. I really can't tell if I have it on or not, because, I mean, I'm holding it up to the light and to try to see it, and that doesn't really work. And then I just sent a photo to a friend of mine of what I was thinking of wearing tonight, but it's tough with graphic t-shirts because I always feel like, you know, they look a little strange. So I'm waiting to see what she thinks. 4:08, and as much as I like to bring my sunscreen around with me, and I like keeping my RFID wallet with me, it's just too big to have those two things in my purse and have my cane in my purse. It just kind of barely fits in there anyway. Let me show y'all what I'm wearing. It's 4:27, and this is the final look. And I'm also bringing my ankle brace in case my ankle gives me any trouble while I'm out